People really don't know what their expenses will be because they don't know how long that they're going to live.
Americans are worried they won't have enough saved for retirement now more than ever.
Retirement is going to cost, for many folks, over $1 million.
Is no sure thing in investing, but a lot of people think that annuities may come close to that.
It's going to more safe things that they know. If they know they're going to need that money to supplement their retirement, well, then you can't play that risk.
This is the Safe Money and Retirement Show with Jon Heischman Sr., founder and partner of Heischman Financial Services, serving the Columbus and surrounding areas. Jon specializes in educating pre-retirees and retirees about safe money strategies and ideas. Now, it's the Safe Money and Retirement Show. Here's Jon Heischman Sr.
You've tuned in to the Safe Money and Retirement Show. Thank you for joining me. I'm your host, Jon Heischman. Before I get started, I love to get feedback from my listeners as to what I've discussed on my shows, as well as what would you like for me to talk about in future shows. Do you have a particular topic or possibly more detailed information about a topic that you've heard and have a concern or questions about? The number to call me is 888-426-0177. Again, 888-426-0177. Visit my website, HeischmanFS.com, and that is spelled HeischmanFS.com. And you'll find past radio shows and podcasts which you can listen to at your convenience. I mentioned to let me know about a particular topic, and over the past several weeks, I have had several radio listeners contact me requesting information about annuities and the request to talk more about annuities on my show. With June being Annunity Awareness Month, and with those requests, I thought, what a perfect time to discuss annuities, especially because they play such a big part of a retirement plan. The majority of retirees will and should have some form of an annuity in their plan. What I have seen, I would say over the last 10 years, the lifetime income benefit attached to a fixed indexed annuity has become overwhelming. And I'll talk more about that later. But I want to point out there are different types of annuities. They can be detailed and complicated, and you want to make sure that the annuity plan is in your best interest and it's going to play a part in your retirement plan. Now, I'll be the first to say you may not need an annuity, and we have clients that do not for various reasons. And I'm not going to go into detail or explain why, because of the time we have. It is a individual situation, not a cookie cutter or yes, everyone should have an annuity. What I like to do is to work with potential clients on an individual situation to see if an annuity is needed. And again, I will be the first to say you don't need one if, in fact, you don't. I do think every retiree, those that are even already retired or getting ready to retire, should be educated about annuities and determine for yourself if it's going to fit into your plan. For example, fixed rate annuities have an interest rate that has been as high or higher than I've ever seen in my many years of practice. Now, they have come down a little, but to give you an example, they're teetering around 5.5 to 5.80 on a 5-year term. That is compounded and locked in, guaranteed for that 5-year term. Now, I mentioned term. The other thing you need to know about annuities, they will all have a term. Is it going to be 3 years, 5 years, 7, 9, or 10 years? And the term has to match your plan, your situation, based on a lot of factors in order to arrive at the best term for you. Because of their high interest rate and tax-deferred nature, again, they have become extremely popular, especially over the last year and a half, when we look at money market or CD rates. There are other forms of annuities, such as a single premium immediate annuity that can be very similar to a pension plan that provides guaranteed lifetime income. There is a variable annuity that can give you the lifetime income benefit, and the fixed index annuity, which also gives the lifetime income benefit. And once again, there are several different forms, and it's critical that your annuity is best for you, not the planner, not the agent, but for you. Because over the past, annuities have gotten a bad rap. I think primarily it's because they're not understood. They weren't explained correctly. The purchaser wasn't educated, and there was misrepresentation about the annuity. But when it's done right, and the right annuity fits your retirement plan from a fiduciary, it can be a great tool to be a part of your retirement plan. Many old and outdated annuities should be reviewed. They may not be up to date, they haven't been enhanced, or they're not up to date with the new generation of annuities. And in many cases, they can be changed, transferred, or exchanged to the new updated annuities of today. Now, we need to be very careful. A comparison has to be done. We have to show what the advantages of the new annuity is, what are the disadvantages before a change is made. In doing comparisons, we can determine if it's best for you. If it isn't, I'm going to let you know, and I'm not going to let you change. But if it is in your best interest, I will show you the comparisons and the advantages, possibly make a recommendation, and let you decide. Over the years, I have seen situations where an individual has multiple old annuities, outdated, low interest rates, and they are in a situation where all of these can be combined into one contract that will provide lifetime income, long-term care benefits, and growth, and it is in the individual's best interest. And if you're in a situation where you just don't know what to do with old annuities, or maybe you need another source of income or long-term care coverage. We can review your contracts, and maybe there is that alternative, or maybe not. Either way, I'm going to let you know and make sure it's best for you. 888-426-0177. And I'll give you that number again, 888-426-0177. I'm going to take a short break, and when I return, I'm going to focus on a type of annuity that has become extremely popular and has a lot of benefits. So stay tuned. I'll be right back.
Thanks for listening to the Safe Money and Retirement Show with Jon Heischman. For more information, call 1-888-426-0177. That's 1-888-426-0177. Or visit their website at HeischmanFS.com. More of the Safe Money and Retirement Show in a moment. There are some gains in life that most folks don't mind losing. Extra weight gained or credit card debt gained. The number of miles gained on your car. But losing your retirement gains is no one's dream. Would you like to retain the retirement money you've gained over the years and at the same time create a paycheck for life in retirement? Then call Jon Heischman at Heischman Financial Services, 614-861-7055. Or call toll-free at 1-888-426-0177. His clients don't lose their gains due to market risk. Their gains are locked in with no exposure to risk. Retain your gains. Losing some of the candles gained on your birthday cake would be great. Or losing some of the strokes gained in your golf game would be a dream come true. But losing retirement gains would be a nightmare. Don't risk it. Retain your gains today. Call Jon Heischman at Heischman Financial Services to find out how. Call 614-861-7055. That's 614-861-7055. Or call toll-free at 1-888-426-0177.
The goals of good retirement planning are to help each individual to end up with more money at the end of the day, but also provide more income during retirement. And this creates a less stressful investment experience, especially in times like this. I like to emphasize and stress stronger financial understanding. Not only could you have greater wealth, more income, and a better night's sleep, you should also have a stronger grasp of your own financial standing. With a strong retirement plan in place, you're going to know exactly what you can withdraw from your retirement accounts every month, how much you need to live comfortably, and how long your savings is going to last. This is Jon Heischman, your host with the Safe Money and Retirement Show, 888-426-0177, 888-426-0177.
Welcome back to the Safe Money and Retirement Show with Jon Heischman. To contact Jon, the number to call is 1-888-426-0177. That's 1-888-426-0177. Once again, here's Jon Heischman.
Welcome back to the Safe Money and Retirement Show. I have been talking about annuities and how they can play a part of your retirement plan. I'm going to focus on the fixed index annuity, which has been the most popular of all annuities, primarily because of the safety of principal retaining gains with potential growth based on an index which the growth is tied to. A market index such as the S&P 500, NASDAQ, Dow Jones is an unmanaged group of stocks or bonds that represent a segment of the investment market. An individual cannot invest directly into an index because the index is going to tell us what those group of companies involved in the index are doing. And of course, the value of these indexes, they're going to vary from day to day and is not predictable. And keep in mind that when you buy a fixed index annuity, you own an insurance contract. Again, you're not buying any shares of any stock within that index. Because it's an insurance contract, there's where you receive the guarantees. If the market index goes up, you get an interest tied to that market index, depending upon the company's interest calculated methods. Now, if the market goes down, your credited interest and principal stays exactly where it was when the market went up. We call this retain your gains. I'll give you an example. If $100,000 was deposited into the indexed annuity and you received an 8% return based on the indexes, your account value now at the end of the first contract year is $108,000. If the indexes decline and show a loss, your contract value remains at $108,000. Contractually, you can never lose a dime. The only way your account value can go down is if you withdraw money out of that annuity contract. Also, if death occurred at this time, the death benefit to your beneficiary would be $108,000. Let's say the next year there is a 5% growth. Now you're going to get 5% of $108,000. So no withdrawals. Your account is going to continue to grow based on what the current value with interest is each year. Earlier in the show, I mentioned the term of the annuities, which also applies to the indexed annuity, which for fixed index annuities, it could be a 5, 7, possibly 9 with some companies, or 10 years. So it's a long-term investment. It's for long-term growth and to be used for income, whether you take income immediately, day one after issue, or delay taking income for 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, whenever it's needed. I do want to mention I have a brochure. It's about 6 pages, very consumer friendly, that talks about indexed annuities and the benefits and flexibility of the fixed indexed annuities. If you would like a copy, just let me know. I will have it sent to you immediately, and you can request a copy. It's entitled Benefiting from Fixed Indexed Annuities. I'll have that sent to you. 888-426-0177. There is no cost and absolutely no obligation. 888-426-0177. I mentioned income because one of the most important benefits of deferred annuities, including the fixed indexed annuity, is the right to use the value buildup during the accumulation period to provide income payments during retirement. The amount of the income payments, which normally is taken monthly as retirement income, it's based on both the accumulated value and your annuity, and the annuity's benefit rate that is in effect at the time payments begin. So let me simplify that. For those that delay payments, the longer you delay, the more income it's going to provide. And here's where we use the guaranteed lifetime income payment for retirement income. Those of you that are regular listeners of my show, you've heard me talk about that in the past. And this comes from the fixed indexed annuity. You may have a pension, Social Security, maybe a few other forms of income, but there is a shortage. We can use the lifetime guaranteed income payments from the fixed indexed annuity to fill that gap, to bring you up to the amount of retirement income needed. And in my opinion, in income planning for retirement, anytime you can get guaranteed sources of income, which is pension, Social Security, and fixed indexed annuity income payments, this is income coming in every month, guaranteed. It takes the guesswork out of relying on an account that is market-based that could fluctuate your income based on performance. While you are receiving income from the indexed annuity, the balance is earning potential growth from the indexes. And I see client annual statements every day. It is not unusual, especially in a good market. For those that are taking income, it's not unusual to see the growth replace and exceed the income withdrawals that a client has been taking out. That's a perfect scenario. If death occurred, the income payments stop and the full account accumulation value is paid to the beneficiary. However, in many cases, the contract can be structured to where the beneficiary can receive the income payments. So, in my opinion, when it's right for the client, it's a win-win situation because of all the options and the flexibility that it's going to offer. Those that will delay taking income, federal income tax on the interest accumulated in their annuity is deferred. That money is tax deferred until those withdrawals start. Keep in mind, June is Annunity Awareness Month. It gives you a opportunity, as with any month, but June, kind of a special annuity month, to take a look at your annuities. How long have you had them? Are they in a position to combine multiple contracts into one that has the updated guaranteed lifetime income benefit. And we can schedule a meeting or even talk over the phone to discuss your annuities. I can answer your questions and help determine what's best for you and your retirement plan. I'll give you my number again, 888-426-0177, 888-426-0177. And don't forget to request benefit from fixed indexed annuities, and I'll have that sent to you. I want to thank you for joining me in tuning into the Safe Money and Retirement Show. The website has a lot of good information, plus past shows and podcast. HeischmanFS.com. That's HeischmanFS.com. This is your host, Jon Heischman. Tune in next week, same time, same station, for another edition of the Safe Money and Retirement Show.
The Safe Money and Retirement Show with Jon Heischman Sr. To get in touch with Jon, call 1-888-426-0177. That's 1-888-426-0177. For more information about Heischman Financial Services, visit their website, HeischmanFS.com. That's HeischmanFS.com. Join us again next time for the Safe Money and Retirement Show with Jon Heischman Sr.